Hey boyos, daily check-in with John Vee. It is January 28th, 2026. Um, a fucking red spot on my face. It's a scab. I keep picking it off, keeps bleeding and scabbing over again. But I'm doing this special video just because being, re-welcomed to the new MISC. Not to be confused with new MISC, which shut down. Obnoxious brutes. Um, Not a lot to say. There's not much exciting going on in my life, right? Same as always, same old shit. I've been meaning to lose weight, do something to lose weight, and I'll make a half-ass attempt at dieting or something like that and fail, but I keep coming back to it and trying again. So my weight's practically the same as it has been for a while now. I'll lose weight, then gain it all back. Lose weight, gain it all back. So, endless cycle. Um, I'm on the list for priority access housing, government housing. The timeline they gave me was a year or two. I've said this before, but that's what I'm really counting on. Because once I get in housing, I think I can lose the weight a lot easier than living with my sister, right? So, if it comes right down to it, I might not lose the weight until after I get out of my sister's place. So, and it shouldn't be a very long time, a year or two probably. Uh, Not really much else to say. I see some names on there that I haven't seen in a very, very long time, as in years, and it seems to be very strict with the rules. I don't know if that's something that's just temporary once the administrator becomes a little more lenient, maybe, but just seems the rules are really strict. Because I know on the old MISC, I was on there for over 20 years, and I was only temp banned a couple times, and once it was because I quoted somebody else's porn. I just quoted it and replied to it, and I got banned temporarily for it. So new MISC was a joke, getting banned when on the old MISC, I said all kinds of stuff, and a ban never happened. But I'm trying to be on good behavior. I don't want to get banned from this new MISC, Obnoxious Brutes. And it's kind of funny because I had that hope deep down, they're going to move to another server. They're going to move to a new forum. And we did. So I'm hoping that the Looksmaxing forum, looksmaxing.com, I'm hoping like they shut down and move to a new server so I can get back on there, right? And that's been my hope for a while. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen. It probably won't happen, but it could, right? It's just funny how the MISC has, gone through a few different hands now. It's very, very strange. Um, I had a feeling that admin wasn't gonna keep the site up, right? He was spending money to keep the site up. He probably wasn't really gaining any revenue from the site. So I knew it was kind of a ticking Tom bomb. It wasn't like it was just his little project, his little hobby that he was doing on the side, making money from. You know, it was actually costing him money. So I had a feeling that it wasn't going to last. Um, anyway, but just so you boyos know, you know, an administrator of a forum can ban you for no reason at all. They can simply just roll a dice, pick a name out of a hat, and ban somebody. They don't even have to give a reason, right? It's their forum. They can pick and choose who remains on their forum. It's like having guests in your home. You can kick anybody you want out. You don't even have to give a reason. It's your home. So, don't get too comfortable, right? I'm not saying that that's going to happen. And that's why I accuse administrators of different forums of being jealous of me because, I drew a lot of attention to myself making a lot of videos. I became a very popular user on a lot of forums. And some of the bans I've had were BS. Some were warranted, even though I don't agree with them, but some were BS, and literally there was no reason why I was banned, and just told, basically that they didn't like me. Um, I can't state on here the reason they gave, but they said it was a vibe, and apparently I had that vibe, which that's all a matter of opinion, but it doesn't matter. An administrator can do whatever they want. Fuck them. But I have no problem with the administrator of this new MISC forum, right? They haven't proved to me that they're an asshole or anything like that yet, and hopefully they don't, because the administrator of the original MISC, they never proved such a thing to me. So I think because New MISC was a much smaller, tighter community, um, it was more easier to stand out and be well known. And um, there could be like a a bias towards a certain person. Basically, in somebody's head, they could be ticking up different offenses and say, "Oh, okay, he's done enough shit. Let's ban him." Whereas on the old MISC, your name wasn't well known usually. Nobody could really keep tabs on you, how much wrong you've done, and on a much smaller, tight knit community like the new MISC, everybody knew everybody, right? So I think that's what played a factor, right? Um, but I have rambled long enough. I know it's not a long video. I want to keep you engaged, and I don't want to bore you. So if you've watched this long, thank you very much. And I will see you guys online.